What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you guys are having a great and happy Sunday. I know it's been about 7 days since I've uploaded a video. Just got busy and doing some research and just kind of never really got to it, but now we're gonna jump back into it. Got a few things to talk about, and I think that's kind of correlating with some of my past videos, and we're gonna start with this one first. I saw on a Facebook post that somebody was complaining about the rock slider steps, the rock sliders steps that are removable to get in and out of to make it a lot easier for the ZR2s that are coming with the rock sliders. They are a step that you can add on to the rock sliders, which I personally think is an awesome. It's an awesome idea. I think it's perfect because you can use them as a daily, but then when you're on the trail, you can pop them off so you don't rip them off. But in the video that I posted, I'm gonna post it right here. The rock sliders for a set of 2 are $500. People thought I was going crazy when I said that. They're saying no, that's a set of for 4. Why would they personally sell that for 2 rock sliders for 500 bucks? And we got our first complaint that I found on Facebook, and I commented on that saying I called that 2 months ago. I think it was when that I posted that video 2 months ago. I called that they were $1,000 a pop, or I should say $1,000 for a full set, not a set of 2, which is nuts. I think that's literally crazy. $500 just for a couple steps and $1,000 for 4 steps. That's a really simple sheet of metal that costs literally GM probably $50 for almost the whole thing, and maybe a little bit of the rubber and whatnot. I think it's nuts. So I called that one. So for whoever called me, that's crazy. But anyway, so I did comment on that saying I called that a few months ago. Here's my comment on it, which is, I personally think it's literally crazy. So another thing I like to talk about, I think this is actually a slick. This is the first time I actually saw this. A buddy of mine sent this to me on Instagram. These are sweet. I think this is probably one of the coolest. Personally, I think it's actually the pretty coolest ideas that I found on the Bison, actually, which I didn't even know this. They are basically rock sliders in a factory bumper, on a rear bumper. They are removable caps, so you can move the plastic, and you got a piece of metal there to help save your bumper. I think that's a really slick idea, and it's awesome that AEV, because this is obviously on the Bison, on the Bison's bumper, so you can move it. That is very interesting. I actually really liked it. I think that's actually a very slick design. And if you haven't seen this before, this and all new to you, I think this is really cool. And I think that a lot of companies are going to kind of follow that. It's kind of a slick way to hide it, so you still get your really cool bumper for the streets, and then when you want to go play, kind of like the removable rock slide, you just pop these things off and boom, it's a piece of metal that you can scrape up and not care about. And it looks pretty thick off the video that my buddy Pete actually sent me off of Instagram. So if you don't know, my name is Tony. If this is your first time, I would greatly appreciate you smashing that subscribe button, hit that like if you didn't know that Bison had the rock sliders. And like I said, I'm trying to always keep this channel going forward, and give you guys some cool information before my ZR2 shows up. And speaking of my ZR2, we're still waiting. And I've seen a lot of you guys actually getting your ZR2s in. I've seen them on Facebook and everything. I think it's sweet that they're finally hitting everybody's garages. I've seen a lot of blues. I've seen a couple tans, a lot of blacks. You know, that's, you know, I don't even think I haven't seen any of the nitro yellow yet. And if you have a nitro yellow, leave me a comment. I think those be pretty sweet. And if you got yours yet, let me comment down below. Tell me where you guys are from. I think it'd be awesome to kind of see where everybody's from and having your ZR2s. I know one of the guys that I've been talking to actually emailed me you know, a comment saying that his should be in at the end of this month. So congratulations. Oh man, I can't think of your name off the top of my face. Let's go to important emails here. Important. Super B. Oh, I'm gonna mess it up. Mita for it's 2 pounds. I know I screwed up your name. My apologies. Bruce. I'm gonna call you Bruce. I'm just, you know what? Let's just call you by your first name. I greatly appreciate you. You've been on almost all my videos. Have been commenting on every single one of my videos, and it's been amazing. And I love talking to you.
You were a chick who's the one guy you would sleep with. John Stamos. What? Did we just become best friends?
And no, I can't wait to get him. Hopefully we can get out to do some wheeling next year, or this year or next year. And it'll be awesome to get the ZR2s together. And I know there was another guy that I was talking to quite a bit, and he's very interested in meeting up and, you know, get some ZR2s on the channel. I know in October, and I'm praying the love of God that everything's still going right as of now. My ZR2 is supposed to still be in at the end of the month. I used to work for Chrysler, FCA, Stellantis. Actually, I left right before Stellantis actually took over, but you know, subject to change. It can be 5 minutes, next minute it can be something completely different than it was 5 minutes ago. So that's basically all I really want to share. Actually, I lied. There's actually one more, and this video is actually titled on why. Do you think the ZR2 is actually getting screwed? Because if you look at this, and I think this is kind of interesting, that the S10 name is actually coming back. I can't remember when the last S10 was actually made for the States. I'll put it right here. But Argentina is getting back a S10. To me, this thing looks exactly like the last generation of the Colorado, to be honest with you. If you look at the front bumper or the front end, to me that looks like the last generation of the Colorados. I think it's definitely interesting. And the back, this back shot right here is completely got me kind of thrown off, especially with this thing going around the rear window. I know Chevy used to do stuff like that, kind of aerodynamics or whatever their main reason. I personally honestly don't know. I think that's kind of interesting. Okay, I mean, I'm not a big fan of that, and that'd probably be the first thing I would almost rip off. But yeah, to me it looks completely like the last generation of the Colorado. I mean, maybe they have a couple little updates, I'm not sure. This one's called the Midnight Edition. But the interior to me is exactly almost identical. It's like they had enough parts to ship over there and build it and call it a day. I think that's I mean, good for them. I mean, I'm not a big fan. I think it looks kind of horrendous. But the thing is with this one, this is why I kind of think the ZR2 for the 2023 Colorado is kind of getting a little screwed. They're getting a diesel and a 6-cylinder. I believe it's like a 2.8 Duramax diesel, I think is what it is. I can't remember, and I know I read it once where they were it was a 3.2 motor. I can't remember off the top of my head. But in this article that I've been reading, it's a 2.8 Duramax diesel. Why wouldn't they personally give that to us as an option? My personal opinion, I think they should have. I mean, personally, I still would have went with the 4-cylinder I mean, I'd rather have the 6-cylinder, but if that wasn't one of the options, if they're only giving me the option for a 4-cylinder or the diesel, I probably would still go with the 4-cylinder, because I think nowadays the diesel is not, most people are not going to see their money back for another 10 years, and the average year of people keeping their cars is like 2. Fortunately, the last couple of years I've kind of got rid of a couple, but that was more for personal reasons, and I kind of had to. But now I love the ZR2. The ZR2 is gonna stick, unless something really pops at me. But this ZR2 is going. This channel is literally gonna be directed behind this Chevy. So I'm still waiting for it to comment. I know some people said that's been commenting on some of my videos that down in Arizona they got ZR2s on the lot that have not pre-sold, which again, I think that people that pre-order them kind of got screwed over a little bit, because you're pre-ordering these trucks, and they should, you know, take that over, you know, dealer orders that are just gonna sit on the lot. And these dealers, and it's crazy, I saw this one dealer, somebody posted on one of the Facebook forums that they have a ZR2 upcharged at $66,000. It was somewhere, give or take, around that end. If I can find it, I'm gonna post it right here. But that is nuts for a ZR2. I mean, I get it, it's a ZR2, top of the line, off-road package, whatever else. That, to me, if you were to buy that truck for $66,000, you got massively screwed. That's why I'm not willing to even kind of look. I kind of looked at some of them, but no. And I got an email saying that my truck went down in price, about $1,500. Not a lot, but hey, that's better than nothing, right? That made me extremely happy. You know, 15 bucks is still 1,500 bucks. We can put some 37s on there. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Just a kind of a quick little video, kind of you know, my apologies I haven't uploaded in the last week. Again, my goal per a month is 100, and we are sitting at 162 people, subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you, and I appreciate every single one that comments. It's amazing. I love interacting with you guys. It's awesome. We are roughly just a little 2 weeks away from having a studio. We're gonna build it up. We're gonna do some pretty cool things. So and I got kind of in the works, so that I got on my computer, that some stuff I still need to purchase, but we're gonna get there. It may be a little bit slower, but we will be not in this car. we'll actually be sitting down inside, so we will yeah. But again, if this is your first time seeing my videos, smash that subscribe button, hit that like and subscribe. I much appreciate it. It goes farther than you actually can probably see, because I see it on my back end of the YouTube channel, and I try to give you guys the most up-to-date and honest review and my experiences from working in the auto industry. And you know, every auto industry or every manufacturer is different, but at the flip side of things, it's also built around the same kind of things. So that's my knowledge. And oh, a quick little tip. Somebody did comment on one of my videos and said that they did work at the Chevy plant, that they are now switching, they're in mid-cycle of the 2023s and 2024s. So what does that mean for you if you order a 2023? They're still just going to label it as a 2023. They're not going to, I mean, unless it gets pushed out to 2025 for some reason to get your 2023, then it'll be a 2024. But there's not going to be, personally, I know some people are waiting for 2024s. There's not going to be enough change between a 2023 and a 2024 just due to this launch. I can already tell you that there's not going to be a change. I remember when we launched the Dodge Dart back in 2013. It was terrible. FCA did a terrible job on launching the Dodge Dart, because every single one of them was I believe it was a 5-speed manual, I mean, I know how to drive manual. My WRX is a 6-speed manual. But nowadays people don't want that. They would rather have an auto, and nowadays kids get so confused on what buttons are which, and I would hate to see them how to drive a stick at times. Or I'm not saying you personally, but you know, you get what I'm screaming. So again, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and maybe hopefully you know, you learned something today. And just stick around, wait for this channel. Again, I got stuff in the works. I got stuff already going into aftermarket for the ZR2. I'm working with a couple companies I'm not really allowed to say right now until it's actually on the truck. So we're getting there slowly but surely. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Smash that like button. Peace.